You say hi? You're too busy munching. Munch, munch, munch. Munchty, munch, munch, munch. You're a good boy. All right. Set this up and here we go. Good morning, Pokemon fans and video game lovers of all kinds. Oh, there's my beautiful baby. Welcome back to the channel for the first episode in what I'm going to call Gernie's Chronicles through Crystal. Yes. It took me a while to hash out that name, but I kind of like it, so that's what I'm going with. This is going to be a very long series. My goal is to actually have this series kind of take the place of new set versus old set on the channel, so I'm hoping to put out a video every Thursday for you guys. And sometimes possibly stream it if I can, if all goes well, on those specific Thursdays. But, what we're going to do is we're going to play through Pokemon Crystal 3 separate times. And each time I'm going to do it with a different starter. And I'm not a skilled enough player to do the whole Nuzlocke thing where if my Pokemon dies, I can't use it again. So I'm not going to try that kind of silliness for myself. I'm sure a lot of people enjoy doing that thing, and all the power to you, but for me, it would just frustrate the heck out of me. So instead, what I decided to do is I've made a challenge rule for myself that each time I play through the game, I can only catch Pokemon that I haven't caught in the previous rounds. So this first round, I can catch whatever I want. But if I catch a Ghastly in this first round, I'm not allowed to catch a Ghastly in the next round. If I need to find a ghost Pokemon, I better hope like heck I found a Haunter, or I think Mischievous is available in this series, but I can't remember for sure. I do know there's also Dark Pokemon, so I have a chance like to fight the Psychic Pokemon easily enough, but I'm just saying like whatever I catch each round, I can't catch again in the next round. So the goal isn't necessarily to collect all the Pokemon, although the goal is to otherwise try to complete the game as much as possible each time. So I am going to try and collect, say, for example, all the days of the week. I know each day of the week in Johto you have a little kid that you have to find, and he gives you a special item, or she gives you a special item. So I'm hoping to find those kids and collect all of those. I'm hoping to complete the bug catching contest and win it at one point throughout the journey. Things like that. Also, for this contest, just to make it clear, if legendary Pokemon are exceptions to the rule, as are anything that are required for trades. If I want to do a trade for an Onix, for example, trades are perfectly allowed because of the lottery system in Crystal and Silver and Gold, obviously, where at the radio tower, you are supposed to try and collect as many Pokemon codes as you can, because that gives you more chances to win the lottery. So all trades are fair in the game, which means anything you have to catch for a trade, I can catch and trade immediately, per se, or not necessarily immediately, but I can catch and trade it without actually like battling with it and things like that. So those Pokemon I can't like train, that's the word I was looking for, but I can take them and trade them. So there's that. Anything that you get in the game as part of the game, for example, every round I'm going to get a Togepi, obviously. If I remember correctly, I think that's what's in the mystery egg. Etc, etc. So that's what I mean. Anything like that. The red Gyarados is part of the journey too. Those kinds of things are all catchable each round. But like an Oddish in the wild is only catchable once. So that's how we're going to play this. And it's going to be interesting, I think. Generally when I play through, I usually only train like 10 to 12 Pokemon anyways, and the rest just end up in my box. So there's a solid chance each time that that's what's going to happen anyways, but um I'm going to let you guys influence this journey along the way too. I'm going to put up lots of polls along the way for you guys to help me make decisions throughout the game, things of that nature. And yeah, I'm hoping for it to be a lot of fun and good times. So, without further ado, I'm going to set up the camera and I'm going to set up the phone. I do have Crystal in uh Game Boy Color version, but it would not save on the Game Boy. And my dad explained to me that it's because the battery inside the game is actually dead from, it's been like 20 years, I think, since the game came out almost. Maybe even a little bit longer than that. So, instead, I have a perfect duplicate downloaded into my phone, my old phone. It's not available any longer in the Play Store. And I'm not going to play with the volume up because I'm really concerned that I will get flagged and then possibly get in a lot of trouble for playing a modified version. Although lots of people play it on their computers and stuff anyway, so I don't really see why it's any different, but I'd rather play it safe than sorry. So, um, like I say, I apologize for there not being any game volume, but I'm going to try and narrate as I play along and chit chat with you guys to a certain extent. Obviously, not really chit chat because you can't um, respond since I'm not live streaming this, but yeah. You'll notice that the game is a little bit weird because, for whatever reason, the mod version that I have, the game buttons actually exist slightly on top. This time around, I'm going to do a boy, but next time I'm going to let you guys vote whether I be a boy or a girl, and the time after, and what name I'm going to go with. And the same for the third round. I did let you vote for the starter Pokemon this round, and we had 6 votes in the second poll, and 3 votes in the first poll. And in total, that gave me 5 votes for Chikorita, 2 votes for Totodile, or 3 votes for Totodile, and 1 vote for Cyndaquil. So we are going to use Chikorita this first round. Will I check the clock for you? Sure, I could check the clock for you. What time is it? It is currently 15:20. Oh, right, over here. 15:20 would be 3:20. There we go. Yes. 20. My goal in this video is to get through all the stuff, get back to the battle with the rival, and then maybe, if we have time, get over to the first Pokemon gym, but I probably won't do the battle. My recording time is going to depend entirely on my dad's return from his lunch trip with his friend, which I have no idea when that is going to be, but at that point I won't be able to narrate anymore, so the video might just suddenly cut off, and if it does, I apologize in advance for that. I'm letting you guys read through this, but I'm not reading through it myself out loud right now, but I do like Professor Oak. Out of the professors in this game, Professor Oak is definitely my favorite. I don't really like Elm that much. I find Elm kind of nervous. He makes me nervous, actually, because of his nervous demeanor. I am going to go with my name that I go by in my Discord server. Oops. If I can actually get over to the G. And then go down. Oop, down, I said. Over, over, lower. Up, 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 up. Over, 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 over. As you can see, if I was playing any other game with this kind of controls, I would get killed a lot, probably. Like, I could never do a Mario game in this version. But thankfully, the mechanics in Pokemon mean that I don't have to worry about timing issues during battles and stuff at all. And I recently learned that there was a thing that I always believed as a child that doesn't actually work at all in the game. So that's kind of neat too. I wonder if you guys actually believed that as kids. Did you believe when you were kids that if you hit B and a certain button right as you went for the catch, and then you just kept clicking A, that you had a better chance of catching a Pokemon than if you didn't do those things? I remember reading that somewhere as a kid. Or maybe it was like said on like one of the well, there wasn't YouTube back when I was a kid, but like in like there was magazines and stuff. And I know kids in the schoolyard always heard rumors about things like that and spread them around. I have a really, really cool bedroom, of course. Is that showing up well for you guys? Just want to make sure that's showing up well for you. I might have to tilt that a little bit more next time. I apologize if the intro was a little bit off. There's my mom. How's the text come on? I'm not sure if the text comes through as well. I might have to read the text. Oh, Gernie, our Pokemon, or our neighbor, Professor Elm, was looking for you. He said he wanted you to do something for him. Oh, I almost forgot. Your Pokemon gear is back from the repair shop. Here you go. Gernie received Pokemon gear. Pokemon gear, or just Poke gear, it's essential if you want to be a good trainer. Oh, the day of the week isn't set. You mustn't forget that. What day is it? Today is Tuesday. Tuesday, is it? Yes, Mom. Is it daylight savings time now? Yes, it is. 3:23 p.m. daylight savings time. Is that okay? Sure is. Come home to adjust your clock for daylight savings time. By the way, do you know how to use the phone? Yes, I do, but you're going to tell me anyways. Don't you just turn a Pokegear on and select the phone icon? Phone numbers are stored in memory. Just choose a name you want to call. Gee, isn't that convenient? It sure is, Mom. Mom has a friend over there, but I'm not going to bother talking to her because I'm rude. I'm going to walk around this guy, though, and chat with him. Yo, Gernie! I hear Professor Elm discovered something. Some new Pokemon. Sorry. Well, let's go see, because I'm curious what he wants from me. He's over here. Hey, look. There's our rival. I always like to come over and piss him off right away, just to give me a good excuse for wanting to fight him later on. ... Voice for the rival. Here we go. So, this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? Bam! Gernie, here you are. I need to ask you a favor. I'm conducting new Pokemon research. There we go. I found the voice. That's the right voice. I'm conducting new Pokemon research right now, and I was wondering if you could help me with it, Gernie. You see, I'm writing a paper that I want to present at a conference, but there are some things I don't know. Don't quite understand yet. Sorry. So, I'd like you to raise Pokemon that I recently caught. Yes, I would like to do that. Thanks, Gernie. You're a great help. When I announce my findings, I'm sure we'll delve a bit deeper into the many mysteries of Pokemon. You can count on it. Oh, hey, I got an email. Okay. Hey, listen. I have an acquaintance called Mr. Pokemon. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. Anyway, I just got an email from him saying that this time it's real. It's intriguing, but we're busy with our Pokemon research. Wait, I know. Gernie, can you go in our place? I want you to raise one of the Pokemon contained in these balls. I'm having a hard time keeping that elm voice going. You'll be that Pokemon's first partner, Gernie. Go on, pick one. Where's the chikorita? Nope, that's not the one I want. I promise to take the chikorita. Nope. 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 I promise to take the chikorita. Alright, then I'm going to assume it's at the end. There we go. Yes. That it. So, you like the chikorita? The grass Pokemon? Yes. I think that's a great Pokemon too. Gernie received Gernie received chikorita. I don't really need to do a voice for the computer. Give a nickname to chikorita? I don't think I'm going to do nicknames this round, but next round I might have you guys put more influence into it. Mr. Pokemon lives a little bit beyond Cherry Grove. Next city over. Whoop, Cabot just killed the plug for my phone. It's almost a direct route. There, so you can't miss it. But just in case, here's my phone number. Call me if anything comes up. I got Elm's phone number. Kaiba, you're okay, baby. It's just construction outside. If your Pokemon is hurt, you should heal it with this machine. Feel free to use it anytime. Gernie, I'm counting on you. Baby, it's just a construction car. It's a truck outside. You're okay. I'm not doing a voice for the assistant. Gernie, I want you to have this for your errand. I got a potion. Nice. There are only two of us, so we're always busy. I'm going to regret trying to do all the voices for these characters later on, I think. Sweetie, you're fine. Yes, you are. A wild Pidgey appeared. Dun 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 dun. Tackle! I also thought if you hit like the right combination of buttons, you could get the critical hit triggered somehow. I was never sure how that actually happened. I still do that too. I'm sure it's also decided completely at random, but I do know there's like some stats that affect it, I think, in terms of like special attack and stuff, but damn, Chikorita, you took a beating in this first battle. I understand why I was being told that this was going to be the hard one to do first. I don't generally play Chikorita that much. Although I will say I play it more than I play Cyndaquil. I think have I ever beat this game with Cyndaquil? I'm not really sure. I have beat it with Totodile is usually the one I go with, but I have beat it with this before too, but I'm not sure if I've done Cyndaquil. Yeah, keep out of the grass if I don't want to battle the Pokemon. Well, the trouble is I have to go through the grass in order to get to the town. So, what do you want me to do? If you want to come and defend me, I'm okay with that. Who's this guy? What's he got to say? I wanted to take a break, so I saved to record my progress. Yeah, we're going to do that at some point too. Battle climb. Just keeping an eye on the battery because now that the cord got yanked out of the wall, I have to make sure that if the battery gets too low too fast, we end the stream. Well, not stream, the recording. All right, Chikorita, do your thing. Tackle that thing. Knock it out. Your berry's going to get used super early, but that's okay. I know where there's another one. My goal is to try and get Chikorita's power up to, or level up to like 7, if possible, before getting back down here to fight my rival. Typically, I call my rival a swear word, but I'm not going to do that for this because YouTube. So, I don't know. I'm going to call him probably like... I haven't decided yet. I'll figure that out after. Hey, old man. Always check out with this old man when you get here the first time you're here, because he's going to teach you a whole bunch of random things if you've never played this game before. And then he gives you your map card, which is pretty useful. Can you teach me a thing or two? Heck yes. Okay then, follow me. Here we go. Do. This is a Pokemon Center. They heal your Pokemon in no time at all. You'll be relying on them a lot, so you better learn about them. This is a Pokemon Mart. They sell balls for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items. Route 30 is out this way. Trainers will be battling with their prized Pokemon there. This is a sea, as you can see. Some Pokemon are found only in water. And here, it's my house. Thanks for your company. Let me give you a small gift. And now we have the map card, which lets us see where everything is in the game. Thank you, buddy. Bye. I'm not going to visit any of the places in this town right now. I'm going to go here. Basically, when I come back through, I'm going to check out everybody and talk to everybody. But for now, there's not really a huge deal in doing it, because a lot of what they say is not going to change at all between now and when I fight my rival. Pretty sure there was just way too much stuff in the game. Like, here, just to prove that, actually. Just to prove that. This lady I'm going to talk to now, and we're going to remember what she says, and we're going to talk to her again later. The communication center upstairs was just built, but they're still finishing it up. Now, later on, when you can actually use it, she'll probably tell you that it's usable, but other than that, she's not going to change. This guy won't change either. Go down. Go down. Too far down. One up. There we go. Over. Talk to that guy. Mr. Pokemon's house is still further up ahead. And here we go. Go up to Route 30 with my Chikorita. %. Oh, another Pidgey. As long as it doesn't have Peck, we're fine. Ooh, nice. We got a critical hit on the first one. Tackle. I'm going to check later to see how well my video is holding up for this, and then try and adjust lighting and things accordingly. So if this first episode kind of sucks, I'm going to do my best to try and make them better next time. Nice, the Pidgey missed. If we don't miss, we will hardly have any damage going into the next round, and we're going to level up probably. Yay! think the reason why I always aim for level 7 is because I remember Totodile gets a new attack at level 7. If I remember correctly, I get Scratch. There's one berry. And inside that house, there's a guy that's going to give me another berry, but I'm going to wait for that. Because if I remember correctly, there is a potion in my pack already. And so this berry I will equip now. And then if worse comes to worse and Chikorita uses that on the way up, I can get the other one from the house on the way back before I have to go battle my rival. But my hope is to not get tagged too much as I go through the grass on the way up here. I expect to get tagged at least once, but ooh, no, we got all the way through without any issues. Nice. This one has a poison berry, if I remember correctly. Yay! Poison cure berry, whatever. And there's Mr. Pokemon. Hello, hello! You must be Gernie! Professor Elm said you would visit! This is what I want, Professor Elm, to examine! Gernie received the mystery egg. Gernie put the mystery egg in the key pocket. I know a couple who run a Pokemon daycare service! They gave me that egg! I was intrigued, so I sent an email to Professor Elm. For Pokemon evolution, Professor Elm is the authority. If Professor Oak here recognizes that, if my assumption is correct, Professor Elm will know it. Aha, so you're Gernie. I'm Oak, a Pokemon researcher. I was just visiting my old friend, Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here. Oh, was this a rare Pokemon? Let's see. I see. I understand why Professor Elm gave you a Pokemon for this errand. To researchers like Professor Elm and I, Pokemon are our friends. He saw that you would treat your Pokemon with love and care. Ah, you seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? See, this is the latest version of Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Gernie received Pokedex. Yay. Go meet many kinds of Pokemon and complete that Pokedex. But I've stayed too long. I have to get to the Goldenrod for my usual radio show. Gernie, I'm counting on you. You are returning to Professor Elm. Here, your Pokemon should have some rest. I'm depending on you. As far as I know, you never have to go see this guy again in the entire game. Hello, Gernie? It's a disaster. It's just terrible. What should I do? Oh no. Please, get back here, right now. Lick. Better hurry, better hurry. Oh, this is so much faster when you have the bike. But for now, we don't have access to the bike. Ooh, we got an antidote, though. Actually, there is something I wanted to go look at first before we go back. There's one little scene up here that is going to change that I kind of like because I find it very entertaining to think about when you come back through here later. So I'm just gonna quickly kill this Pidgey. Well, not kill, knock it out, as we say in Pokemon, which has always made me laugh. Because what happens to a Pokemon you knock out in the wild? Does it just recover automatically on its own at some point? Because a Pokemon that's knocked out in battle and training usually has to go to a Pokemon Center for that. Do Chanseys just wander around in the forest and heal things that are knocked out? Does everything leave a Chansey alone if that's the case? Like it's like the Red Cross for us? Okay, so over here, you're going to see two guys battling it out. This one is Joey Youngster, if I remember correctly. And I think the guy above is actually the guy who has the Weedle that we battle later on. But you can only see that animation now. And this guy tells you about how you should avoid people who are going to battle. Oh, no, wait. Mr. Pokemon's house? It's a bit further ahead. Never mind. I was wrong. Later on, he tells us about that. How's the visual right now? Still looks pretty good, I think. We're going to definitely have to watch this one back and make sure that it actually comes out okay. We're sitting at 32 minutes already. I'm going to quickly pop in here and heal my Pokemon before I battle What's-His-Face. Going to call my rival Punk. Don't get what I'm saying? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. He's so sassy. Dun, 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 dun. For a while, I actually thought this was a girl too, to be honest, until somebody later on it says in the text that it's actually a guy, but I honestly thought it was a girl. They're young enough and the hair is long enough, I thought it was, so. Cyndaquil versus Chikorita. Did want to get the Chikorita up to 7, but that's okay. We should still be able to hopefully hold our own in this because it won't have a fire move yet. The downside is he has a smokescreen ability, which I do not have. So I am going to try and lower his attack a little bit, because if he does start to lower my invasion, I'm going to have an issue. Since some of my attacks won't go through, but all of his still will. Which is why this is actually supposed to be the harder one. Ooh, good, he missed. Hit him hard. Nice, a critical hit. Knocked out half his health that we had left. Maybe it doesn't have the smoke screen yet. I'm surprised it hasn't used it at all. But then again, Punk, as we're calling him, is the kind of guy who would not bother to try and use a status effect and just throw his Pokemon headlong into people. Because it's only a Pokemon, he doesn't care about it. Nice. The berry didn't go off like it was supposed to help my Chikorita, but we still have 93%, so we're okay. And we leveled up to level 7. Almost level 8. Question marks was defeated. Humph! Are you happy we won? Gernie got 300 for winning. My name's question mark, which we're going with Punk. I'm gonna be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. Before we hop in the grass, let's go back into the Pokemon Center. Not gonna lie, there's a ton of times when I was a kid that I started playing this, completely forgot about the fact that you should go back over here and heal. And it is a nightmare to try and get back across with only one Pokemon through that grass if it's had its butt kicked. Especially if it used up the berry like it was supposed to, which I got lucky for some reason. I don't know if it glitched or it was just because I was about to kill it, so it leveled up and therefore got back into the green. But we are going to use the cliffs here. Out of the way, guy. Oh, you Pidgeys. Feels sad to beat up on a level 2. I'm going to just run. Let that one go. Ooh, a Sentret. So that is one thing that we will never actually be able to do. We won't be able to complete the Pokedex, obviously, for Professor Oak. I've never actually done that, though, anyways. And I technically wouldn't be able to do it with the version that I'm playing because there's no way to trade to level up Haunter to a Gengar. There's 3 other ones. I know it's Kadabra to Alakazam. I think it's Machoke to Machamp, and I think is the last one Graveler to Golem? I think it is. I heard a Pokemon was stolen here. I was just getting some information from Professor Elm. Apparently, it was a young male with long red hair. What? You battled a trainer like that? Did you happen to get his name? We are going with Punk, I decided. I am sincerely hoping that nobody on the planet, aside from CM Punk, has that name and would be offended by me doing this. Hence why I tried to pick that. As I say, normally I would put something really inappropriate like asshole or fuckface or something like that because I'm just really rude about my rival. I'm always like so irritated by the fact that he usually ends up killing me at least 2 or 3 times in a run. Okay, so Punk was his name. Thanks for helping me my investigation. What time is it? Yeah, we should probably wrap this up soon. Oh, right. I forgot that Select can do that. Alright, Professor Elm. Gernie, this is terrible. Oh, yes. What was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? Gernie handed the mystery egg to Professor Elm. This? But is it a Pokemon egg? If it is a great discovery. What? Professor Oak gave you a Pokedex? Gernie, is that true? That's incredible. He is superb at seeing the potential of people as trainers. Wow, Gernie, you may have what it takes to become the champion. You seem to be getting on great with your Pokemon too. You should take the Pokemon Gym Challenge. The closest gym would be the one in Violet City. Gernie, the road to the championship will be a long one. Before you leave, make sure that you talk to your mom. Gernie, use these on your Pokedex quest. And now we got some Pokeballs. Throw Pokeballs at wild Pokemon to get them. Yeah, that's pretty much how that works. Put the Pokeball in the Pokeball pocket. Seems like a good place for it. I am going to say goodbye to Mom, and then I'm going to post myself over at the grass, and I am going to save there for the first episode. Because I probably should get to bed soon for work tomorrow. So you're leaving on an adventure. Okay, I'll help too. But what can I do for you? I know. I'll save money for you. On a long journey, money's important. Do you want me to save your money? Sure, Mom. You can save some of my money. Okay, I'll take care of your money. Be careful. Pokemon are your friends. You need to work as a team. Now go on. Yes, Mom. Other way, big guy. Do 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 do. There's this guy who's going to teach us how to throw Pokeballs. I haven't caught any Pokemon yet. Would you like me to show you how to catch Pokemon? Sure thing. Here he goes. And he makes it look so easy, too. This is the only time you ever get to see somebody else in that position besides yourself in the entire game. So let's enjoy this animation. Dude, use the Pokeball. Dude, you totally caught that Rattata. That's how you do it. If you weaken them first, the Pokemon are easier to catch. Alright. We are going to go here, and we are going to go save. Yes, I want to save the game. And I think that's good for episode 1, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. And I hope you'll tune in for the next one. Kappa is out in the hallway, insisting that I need to take him back outside before I go to sleep. So, in the next episode, my goal is to get through here, go back to Cherry Grove, check that place out some more, and then make our way to Violet City. If time permits, we might try to do the gym in Violet City, but probably not. I am going to remember to try and catch a Geodude on the way through here, though, to help with the bird gym, because Chikorita is super weak against the birds, and that is the first gym we have to fight in, so, yeah. Anyhow, much love to you all. Any comments on how to improve the video? Like if you thought the video was good or bad. If you guys think that I really should add the volume in, I'm glad to try and do it, but I just don't want us to get like copyright screwed or worse. I don't really want to get any strikes on my channel or anything like that. Anywho, that's all I got for you for now. Much love to you all. From Kaiba and myself to you. Take care. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.